John Harding Jr., aka Pester.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm blessed, man. I'm alive, I'm breathing. I've got my 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet, so I can only thank God.
Good. So for those of my audience that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? By the way, he's a professional boxer.
When you say it, what do you mean just as...
Just a quick summary of who you are.
My name is John Harding Jr. I'm a pro boxer. What else? Motivational talker, and just believe in God and keep on pushing.
Good.
Yeah.
And he's a very talented rapper. Modest, but very talented rapper.
Thank you so much.
I've done quite a bit of research on you.
Thank you. Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
I like a good rapper, especially people that like are able to tell stories, like through their lyrics. It's just a skill. It's an art. So
yeah, it was just like a process. Like I think as I was going into devoting more to boxing, I was rapping and boxing was 2 things I was kind of always doing together, and then boxing was just really opened a door, which I always prayed. It's in part of my prayer. I was always saying boxing's gonna open the door.
Good.
And it did.
So you're from New Cross.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in New Cross, mid 80s, early 90s?
Hey. Because it was tough, man. Like it's the estates, it's blocks. Someone is above you, below you, side, and it's just the struggle. Growing up, obviously I'm Sierra Leonean parents, African, and it was more of a Jamaican-based area, so it wasn't cool to be African. You know what I mean? It was tough already, so it was just a constant battle. Even the word African was a diss to someone. Like, you African, you schoolboy, you ABC. And,
That's
do you know what I mean?
crazy when you think about it now,
Being African, being dark skinned, it weren't cool.
Yeah.
So already it was like as if you're just born into that, I can say, that hate, that discrimination, that battle.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. And you're still coming out to it non-stop. So it was just, and it was always a constant, it was always constant cussing each other. That's where we grew up, cussing, older ones cussing, looking down on you. And that's what it felt like in New Cross. It was just like a battle. Just kind of look down on, then you kind of get closer with the others that I look down on, and there's a few of you and you're all growing up and battling to get up. Obviously, the area that I grew up was Milton Court Estate, Woodpecker, known as Ghetto, as we say, Ghetto Boys.
Right.
So...
What estate?
That's... it's like in the early parts it's called Woodpecker Estate, but if you type it now, it's called Milton Court Estate.
Okay, so they've rebranded it.
How could they say rebrand? I don't know.
Or did they knock it down?
They knocked down many buildings.
Right.
And that's what made it into Lewisham Borough, because over the years, people moved out, spread it over into the borough.
Right.
But it used to just be just there. So you're growing up, and obviously you grow up into, you're hearing the reggae, the ragga, everything like that. So that became common. It's like you're growing up as being a Jamaican yourself. You know what I mean? You had certain Africans pretending to be their Jamaican.
Yes, we know.
Like doing the bop and then. You know what I mean? A girl saying her name's Chantel and her real name's Portia or something like that. You know what I mean? And she's half Jamaican. That was like normal. Just growing up. And I think one of the main things I saw was just fighting. There was a lot of fighting, especially with them fighting the out areas like Peckham and Brixham come down, and then, you know, you're visibly seeing that, and you're hearing these stories and seeing the ghetto boys, and they were just like superheroes to us, like just large figures and untouchable. And then it was weird. You saw, you see them make a circle, and then two of them are fighting. So when you're watching that as a young, you're like, wow, that's what we copied growing up. We have an argument, or our elders will automatically see two of you out. There's a circle. You got to fight.
Yeah. And that was, to be fair, when I think about it now, that's a much better way to handle things, because you'd fight, and then after you fight, you might even be friends tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's how it was. That's exactly how it was.
People walked away alive.
Yeah. You know what? In that terms, like that, because at the same time, I was thinking there was times when I saw that as so normal, and some people didn't see that as normal. So it's like you're growing up in that environment where over a little thing, okay, in the world it's called little thing, and us is a big thing. We're ready to square up and fight, and then, you know, be friends. And when you get into the world, they think like you're weird.
That's too much.
What the heck? You're ready to fight over that? No, hey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to have like family members like, John, hey, you like to fight? Hey, calm down. Like, you know what I mean? But I grew up not being used to it. I'm growing up having to always try and defend yourself, if you get what I'm saying, because there's times we had elders in the estate that weren't, I can't say they weren't okay, you had the ghetto boys, yeah, then you have some elders that we thought they were ghetto boys, but they were quiet when the real G's will come round, but they'll abuse their power and just kick the shit out of us. And that was like normal.
Yeah.
Like, so after a certain time, they're just brocking you up, like as if, and they were teaching us, or in their way,
Toughen you up. Yeah.
Getting you ready for when you come out. And no one's really running back to their house and saying, no, so you're coming out and you're just getting rocked up.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes we're getting rocked up. Some people you don't even know that are just involved in just stamping you out, yeah.
Wow, that's rough.
You just grow into, so it just kind of normalized fist fighting.
Wow. And what was your home life like at the time? Was your mum and dad in the same house, or?
Okay, early. I couldn't remember much of my father. He left when I was very young.
Right.
He split with my mother. They went for a divorce. But he came...
How did that impact you?